On one of my last videos, I mentioned that atheists approaching God and saying God doesn't exist because of X, Y, or Z was like saying that music did not exist because it doesn't have color. And so a lot of the commenters have said, oh, you're an idiot for making this comparison, etc. What's really interesting to me is I was just trying to take a one-dimensional example and apply it to a multi-dimensional concept, just for the sake of understanding. It's funny that when you take 1 plus A equals 2, nobody has a problem with going, oh, I'm going to use reason to figure out that A is 1. And so the same concepts apply when design and intelligence and beauty point us towards a certain direction. It only takes a little bit of reasoning to get us there. But the response from one commenter, this rebuttal was, haven't you ever heard of synesthesia? Don't you know that there are people that see color when they hear sound? Wow. Let me just tell you that the atheist community is fragmented in their thinking. Now, and follow me for a second. Atheists basically believe in a bunch of lies. They believe in let's just say they believe in 100 lies. But eventually they will find out that 3 or 4 or 5 of those things that they believe in are lies. But they're not going to much talk about that. And if they get in conversations with other atheists and they find that they believe 95 of the same lies that I believe, and let me share this other piece of information that I've heard with you, and we're just going to confirm and backslap each other, but we're never going to correct the lies or the misinformation of another atheist. I think you can begin to see where the dynamic stands. So basically you have a bunch of collaborators, but they're not self-correcting. And I encourage this. One of the things that you atheists hang on to is the fact that science is supposedly self-correcting. So I ask you as atheists, why don't y'all be self-correcting? And when somebody brings up a really bad point that is an atheist, that you will self-correct them. And the reason you can't do that is because atheism itself will vanish and fall apart. So let me illustrate. So I gave an example of how atheist thought is inferior, and someone comes back with synesthesia, that people see colors when they hear sounds, and they feel like they have jumped over into the world of science and facts and psychology. But where did science and psychology get this information from? Where did synesthesia come from? Personal testimonies. Now, unless synesthesia has happened to you personally, and maybe some of you are tripping on acid or something, but unless it has personally happened to you, how does anybody else that wants to be an empiricist, how do they verify that? How do they go, yeah, I believe that happens? If I took the atheist standpoint on this, I would say, I have never experienced synesthesia. I have tried, and I have recalled my memories, and I have kept records, and I've tested this stuff, and I have never experienced synesthesia. Therefore, it does not exist. And I could actually, if I took that stance, I could just deny anything that anybody brought to me, but I could deny. I haven't experienced it. That doesn't seem to be reality. There's no way other people experience it. I'm not just going to believe something based on personal testimony. So, but actually, I don't have a problem with this. I believe that synesthesia may in fact exist because I don't mind trusting the majority of what people tell me. I typically trust people until I find a reason not to trust them. That doesn't mean I'm not careful. But with this process, with trust, people told me about Jesus Christ, my parents, and I trusted what they said, and now I'm experiencing him in my life daily, and that's why I speak about him all the time.